Good morning. It's Psalm 36 for Psalm of the Day. Have you ever found or sent a message in a bottle? Last year, a man in Alaska found a message in a bottle that had been written in Russian in 1969. He hurriedly searched for a translation and discovered that it sent greetings from the crew of the Russian Far East mothership. We wish you good health and long years of life and happy sailing. I guess he was a bit disappointed with the message. It wasn't very profound. Well, David writes that Psalm 36 contains a message from God about good health and long years of life and happiness. What's the message? Well, it's a message about people, a message about the wicked. Today we hear the word wicked being used by judges condemning criminals who commit horrendous crimes. But how are the wicked described here? There is no fear of God before their eyes. And if people don't fear God, it results in certain behaviour. Flattery. In their own eyes they flatter themselves. Failure. They fail to do what is right. And fixation. Even on their beds they plot evil. The tragedy is, of course, when described like this, we find ourselves looking in the mirror and seeing ourselves, what we are by nature. Jesus would confirm this in the Gospels when he diagnoses the problem of the human heart. Humanity, we have a problem. But then there's a message about God. Back in 1995, Joan Osborne sang, "What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus trying to make his way home." That's a crucial question. If God was one of us, well, we maybe have no problem with judgment. But if God was one of us, we'd have no solution either. But this message from God says he's not like one of us. Look at his faithfulness. It reaches to the skies. Look at his righteousness, like the highest mountain. Look at his justice, like the great deep. But if that was all that God was, we'd still have a problem. But there's more to the message. Look at God's love. People take refuge in the shadow of your wings. It's a welcoming, sheltering love, the image of a mother bird sheltering her chicks. He welcomes people, sinful people, drawing us despite our flattery, failure, and fixation. There's refuge from the righteous justice of God, and this is priceless. But can we believe the message? The song by Joan Osborne, "What if God was one of us?" asks a question at one point. If God had a face, what would it look like? Verse 9 says, "In your light we see light." That's brought to full focus in the light of Jesus Christ. The message from the Bible is so clear. Jesus is the image of the invisible God, and the glory of God is displayed in the face of Christ. So why not begin this day with the message from God in our hearts? A message about our profound problem and about the grace of God through Jesus that is the solution. Take refuge in the shadow of his wings. Amen.